Assalamu alaikum. Suleiman Rahim here. Welcome. Critique. Today we're going to critique the timeline of Armageddon. Hopefully be short, but it will be detailed, step by step, from here through Armageddon. Who will win the war of Armageddon? So let's move on. Timeline. Now we have the two major icons of this affair. The one who initiated, Master Farad Muhammad, who appeared over 100 years ago, about 100 years ago, to inform us of the Abrahamic covenant, the agreement we have with the Supreme Being, God, to return us back home to the Promised Land after 400 years of captivity, which was about over. And he raised up Moses or Elijah to confirm, to nourish, as a constant reminder, to prepare us for our return, to begin us on our road to knowledge of self. It says Elijah will come and restore all things, restore all our basic knowledge, our history, where we come from. And he did that very well. So these are two major icons. Master Farad Muhammad on the right and Elijah Muhammad on the left. However, Elijah Muhammad went up against this vicious beast for 40 years, but he was attacked by the demons and the vipers. And so Master Farad Muhammad moved him out of the way. He swore to Elijah Muhammad he would protect him. So Elijah Muhammad held him back as far along as he could. Master Farad Muhammad removed him, as it tells you about the son of perdition. And the viper and the demon were plotting against him. Right? They stepped forward and destroyed the Nation of Islam. It was leaderless. There was no Nation of Islam. So it just fell apart. The great falling away. And after it was destroyed, thrown in a trash bin, then the son of perdition showed up. Farrakhan, the demon, Legion, Aaron, who had deceived the nation for 40 some years, son of perdition, prevailed against them, but now his time has come. So let's move on, brothers and sisters. So Armageddon, the Great War. What would kick it off? We're told it was kicked off by a war in heaven. Michael and his angels will go to war with the dragon and his angels. Michael and his angels, Master Farad Muhammad, Michael, and his angels, the Shia, will go to war against the dragon, that's the House of Saud, and falls to Israel, America, and Britain. Those are dragon's angels. Why dragon's angels? Because they wouldn't have the power they had if they weren't being fed by the dragon. The oil reserves that it gives them unrestrained, cheaply. That's what empowered them. But we had this son of perdition, Farrakhan. Where are you? You say you're the son of man. So that's the title that you have. You say you're the master prophet. So prophesize for us. Tell us what's supposed to happen. Explain to us what's supposed to happen. Not generalities. We know it's going to be a war. Everybody, CNN can tell you there's going to be a war. But tell us what's going to happen, Mr. Farrakhan. How is the war going to break out? Who's going to be the players? Who's going to be victorious? Who's going to be defeated? In what order will this happen? What will be the end result? What will happen to the original people here in America? Are they going to be consumed by this war? Are they going to fight? On what side of this war are they going to be on? See? What is their future? What is their future here? Come on, Mr. Farrakhan. Explain. We're putting our cards on the table. Put yours on the table. Tell us what's going to happen. You missed COVID-19. Okay, we'll spot you that one. 1619 or 2019, 40 years of enslavement. 2020, a plague that would kill the firstborn, which is the elderly, the Passover, the original people, while Black Africa is immune, virtually unaffected, and so is Haiti, virtually unaffected. So what's going on, Mr. Farrakhan? You missed that one. That's a big one. So let's step back. Let's step back and tell us what's going to happen. Be specific. Come on, we're waiting. Prophesize. You say the Son of Man. Isn't that what you're saying now? You say the master prophet. So prophesize. We're waiting. Time is ticking. We're waiting. Out, not. Wow, the clock is ticking, Mr. Farrakhan. Wow. Hours are passing by. Look at it. And you haven't said anything yet. That's a whole week just passed by. And we haven't heard anything from you yet. Come on, prophesize. Tell us what's going to happen. Time unprecedented trouble, so we need to know. We need to be prepared. Tell us what's going to happen. We're waiting. Let's move on, brothers and sisters, because we're waiting forever. Because that fool is a liar. He has no idea what's going on. He has no idea what the Bible is saying. And he definitely hasn't broken the seals, but he has no idea what the seal Bible is saying. He has no idea. He has no clue. He's a liar, a disemboweled liar who Allah has disemboweled, because that's the punishment reserved for hypocrites and liars. He's a demon. His father's a devil. See, he said his father was Jewish. That's why they said leprous white. His mother was black, who tried to abort him because his father raped her. That's what's going on there. Leprous white. See, black and leprous white. What's going on, brothers and sisters? Wait for that clown. Yeah. There you go. Mr. Farrakhan. Your $500 suit on, $1,000 suit. Hobnobbing over the planet. Oh, there's your buddy. Do not make friends of Jews and Christians. You seem to be doing all right with that one. I guess you rewrote the book. See? So were you prophesizing? What are you doing there? You seem to be very happy. I guess you are. Those mansions that you're suffering, you're sacrificing. That's what you're saying. You've been sacrificing all these years. So, I mean, it must be really difficult living in those mansions, driving those long cars, wearing $1,000 suits for $500 glasses. It must be difficult. I know you must be really sacrificing. Devil's not devils anymore. We're not going anywhere. Oh, we're not going. Oh, what about the Abrahamic covenant? Why you've never said anything about false Israel? Why you never say anything about her? Would you believe that true? You believe that really Israel? Why you never say anything? Why you don't talk about demons? Why you not talking about the prophecy of Abraham covenant that we're going home? You said we're not going anywhere. That means the whole purpose of Master Muhammad and Elijah Muhammad was in vain. Elijah Muhammad struggled 40-some years to prepare us to go home. He said we're not going anywhere. Master Muhammad came all the way over here to find us. And you said, well, he's wasting his time because we ain't going anywhere. But devils ain't devils anymore. At least that's what you say. Elijah Muhammad told you that. See? And you want to bring them into NOI? Okay. See that time glass there, hourglass? It's run out, buddy. Okay, here we are. This is where we are right now, brothers and sisters. Angel key. See? Lion Farrakhan setting Elijah's seat. War drums. They're getting louder and louder every day. Boom, 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 boom. Louder and louder every day. True, it pierces your eardrums. It's getting louder and louder and louder every day. Even the deaf can hear it. Not just in the Middle East, all over the world. China's threatened, told America, if you got troops in Taiwan, we're going to war immediately. And you better stay out the China Sea. Or we're going to war with you. And if you interfere with us with Taiwan, we're going to war with you. Russia, if you come to the Black Sea, we're going to war with you. If you keep doing war games on our coast, on our borders, we're going to war with you. And we got hypersonic missiles. We blow your ass out of the water. No one's ever talked to America like that. The big, you know. You just got your ass kicked out of Afghanistan. They're nothing but sheep herders up there. They don't have any real army. They don't have an air force. They don't have any tanks. They have they have none of that. For 20 years, they whooped your ass. And you ran skimping out there, skimping with your tail between your legs. That's what you did. They don't call Afghanistan a graveyard of empires for nothing. Every empire that went in there got their ass kicked, and then the empire collapsed right afterwards. So are you going to follow suit? You like to tell history from the past. So if past indication, that means you're doomed, buddy. War drums. So where we are right now. The Shia. See, right? The bottom down here. It says rain as Shia. See? Ran in Syria. See? They're pushing against America and Britain to false Israel. Now they're enriching uranium to almost weapons grade. And everybody's talking about we got to attack Iran. Right? Biden just said that, if they don't come back to JCPOA, he's going to have to come at them, another way, which means he's going to have to attack them. False Israel already said they're going to attack them. They already got the go-ahead. Iran said, we don't care what you do. And we know that's Michael's angels. It says Michael and his angels will go to war. They will start the war. They're not going to wait. See? Time is up. Their time is up. Now it's our time. War drums. Drums of war. Okay. So here we go, right here. Let's see. Uh-oh. Get ourselves here. Back up. Okay, here we go. The war about to take place. They're pushing. Okay, the war takes place, and Gog and Magog defeated. That's what Angel tells us. Where you at, Miss Farrakhan? That's the war that's going to ignite Armageddon. Where are you? You agree with that? What you have to say about it? Speak out. You afraid? Because you're not sure? See? You're going to wait to see what happens. Then you want to come in and steal it. Oh, I knew it. I just figured I better not tell you right now, or I was telling you what you wasn't listening, or whatever. What you got planned for that one? Anyway, America falls to Israel, and Britain is shoved out of the Middle East. Now, the Shia have control of the Middle East, have control of Arabia, have control of all that oil. They're in control of Mecca, Medina, which is going to drive the Sunnis insane. That's the end of that war. How long will it take? It won't take long. When will it start? Very soon, within days. Start very soon. So on the verge. It's in the process now. Just haven't reached the boiling point. So, step one, where are you, Mr. Farrakhan? Step one, we're going by step. This is what you can expect. Universal headlines. See, it's going to be worse than Afghanistan. You see them crying about that? Iran and Syria just defeated America and Britain, falls Israel, the Middle East. And I can tell you that Michael was there, Master Prophet Muhammad was there, with his planes that knocked out your Air Force. You ain't going to tell about that. You're not going to let that tell that back home. Because if that's the case, oh, I thought America was the greatest military on earth. See? So you have a lot planned for that. You say, well, Russia helped Iran. Russia helped Iran, see? They helped them with knock out our planes. Because you're not going to tell the people back here that Master Muhammad destroyed your Air Force and the so-called and false Israel's Air Force. It says Michael and his angels, Rod and his angels, going to war. Not just the Shia. He's the 12th Imam. Okay, let's go next. Little. Now, false Israel is defeated. America and Britain's kicked out, and false Israel, they remain in the Middle East. That's where they live. On occupied land, oppressing the people of the land. But now, according to Daniel, the Shia lay siege to them and take them down. All the while, America and Britain is at war with Russia and EU. Because remember, Russia, they're going to claim that Russia is the one that knocked out the Air Force. Now I can tell you, Master Muhammad did. They can't tell people that. So Russia helped them as a humiliating defeat. So now they're at war with Russia and Europe, which is going to turn against them. And also with China and India, because China and North Korea, because China's going to make its move on Taiwan. Once they see America's defeat, they're going to take their move. Where you at, Farrakhan? Why not explain this? They're going to make their move on Taiwan. So now America's at war on two fronts. If Britain's at war there, America's at war also. This is time that Suleiman comes back to NOI. Now they're ready to listen. See, now he gets a great reception. See, they've thrown out Farrakhan. Now the messenger of the covenant has appeared that his city will suddenly come to Elijah's temple. We're at Farrakhan, being very specific here. See? So America's, all these battles, and false Israel is left alone, isolated, see, surrounded, under siege, right? About to, on his deathbed, being destroyed. In addition to this, America's at war with Russia, China, the EU, who's going to go on Russia's side, see, and against China and North Korea. Now, you got to ask yourself a couple of questions here. See, why is the EU turned against America? Well, America got them into that situation, but the EU is totally dependent upon the Middle East oil, primarily, and Russia secondarily. Think about that. European Union is totally dependent upon the Middle East oil, who is now controlled by the Shia. They control Arabia. They control all the oil. And the European Union, France France and Germany and so forth, they totally depend upon the oil from the Middle East. Now they see. And secondarily from Russia. And America put them in that position. And America is going to refuse to give them any oil. They said, we're at war, we can't give you anything. You get the picture, brothers and sisters? So now America's in trouble. They're in trouble already anyway. But now the pie's boiling. Okay? So now false Israel's go more. The siege is gone. It's gone. This happened suddenly. At this point, this happened suddenly in days. Once America's kicked out of the Middle East, they get in the war, right? False Israel under siege. Anxiety raises in America. Because when they lose the war there, anxiety is going to raise in America like you wouldn't believe. Because hearts failing in fear because of things they see coming. See? Hearts will failing for fear of those things they see coming. That's America. See? And now, at first, they was very excited about it. When the war started, everybody was excited. The Christians were excited. The Jews were excited. Because this is a time when their Jewish Messiah was going to come and save false Israel. And this is the time that Jesus will come and save false Israel from the Christian side. So yeah, thank goodness, because they want this war. But now Jesus will come, he's going to get rid of all the niggers, he's going to get rid of, right? He's going to get rid of the terrorists, the Arabs, the Muslims. See? And then America's kicked out. So anxiety kicks in. Anxiety kicks in. Then what? Then false Israel goes under siege. Anxiety level rises. See? And so America is at war. See? And they're also moving against the black people in America, the true seed of Abraham. But they're going to get all blacks. They ain't taking any chances. That's getting the chaff as well as the wheat. The demons as well as the saints. See? They're moving against them. They're setting up, preparing. See? Because the whole idea of sending false Israel to deceive people into thinking that false Israel was true seed of Abraham. The fact that Elijah Muhammad already made it clear that we are. So they had to have a narrative. And that narrative, that lie, right, is about to be exposed. Revealing that we got a true seed of Abraham, which changes everything, changes the whole perspective. Because if false Israel was true seed of Abraham, the Americans blame us. Because we just, Negroes, we ham. Slaves, born to be slaves, cursed black. So no harm done there. See? And if they're the spiritual seed of Abraham, taking this country, that wasn't genocide. That was just taking what belongs to them. Right? That's certified and approved by God himself. He said, if anybody get in your way, take the little children and bang their heads against the wall and knock their brains out. So nothing wrong there. You see? But if they're not, and we're true to Abraham, they're not angels anymore, they devils. See? Evil. And Jesus ain't come be with them, he's coming to get them. Right? To punish them, to destroy them. And this is the time also they're preparing, right? But not only but the dragon itself, that's the Sunnis, they're attacking. They are attacking. See? America's not stopping it. See, they ready to go, but they letting them go and make their move. They're attacking. See, because they've been behind line Farrakhan all the time, paying him to get the idea of our return out of our heads. Because if we return, we're taking the land back to us. That land belongs to us. They've been paying him off to get the idea out of head. Give him Sunnism, because Sunnism, there's no covenant like that. You just a Negro with a Quran. They're paying him, give Sunnism. Teach him Sunnism, because you have no inheritance. Everything belongs to Ishmael. Nothing belongs to Isaac. See? So now they're in jeopardy because when we expose the true seed of Abraham, they're going to attack because they know what that means. And there's Suleiman's there now. See? He's teaching, and they see the nation's about to come together. And they won't let that happen, so they're attacking. So they will attack the woman because drag will be wrath with the woman. And they're going to be attacking. There's suicide bombers and everything. Try to sneak their way into the temples. Because remember, Farrakhan's not in charge anymore. Suleiman is. He's not pushing that Sunnism. And he's exposing them as being a jinn of who they really are. And they're the ones that sold us into slavery. The truth is coming out. He's going to expose the truth before the whole world. And Sunni's not going to like it. And the one in this country, they're going to go ballistic to try to destroy everything, all of it. So we're going to be attacked by them first. Then, followed by, because that's when false Israel was gone. That's the abomination of desolation. Immediately, once false Israel was gone, that's when the America attacks. First, the Sunnis doing their thing while it's in question, while false Israel under siege. And it was questionable. But as soon as it goes down, abomination of desolation, immediately America and Britain is going to attack us. False Israel is no more. They're going to attack us immediately. So now we already had the Sunnis attacking us. Now it's followed up by America and Britain. They'll immediately attack. That's what Suleiman would call on Master Prophet Muhammad to reach the four winds. Because when they attack, understand, they're attacking all blacks. They make any distinction between where you Haitian, Jamaican, you understand, Samoa, whatever. All blacks are being attacked. All. They include the African blacks. But the African blacks, right, are united. And they're going to be like a firewall, right, between us and them for a second. That's the four winds going to do. See? Because America had their hand full with dealing with the four winds with the Africans here. Hands full with that. Because they're going to fight back. See? They're going to fight back. Because America's attacking them too. See, they're united, we're not. See? All of them, no matter they're from Kenya, Uganda, whatever. They're going to be united in the efforts, right, to defend themselves from this attack. Because America will be attacking all black people. They ain't going to take a distinction. And so they're going to be like a firewall between them temporarily. Just give us enough time so we can come together. That's why I said the four winds, that's what come together. Knee bone against connects to knee bone, ankle bone, neck, so forth, so on. We all come together at that point. Four winds are blowing. There you go. They're the four winds. Four winds blowing, black folks start coming together. Except for the Christian blacks. They hesitate because they're demons. They're going to hesitate. That stirred a lot, right? She hesitated, looked back, she told her not to look back. They're going to hesitate, see? Because they can tell, they've been trying to compete with daddy, master. We're your children. We're the politicians, right? We're the entertainers, right? See? We're all of that. We're the preachers, the reverends. See? We was with you all the time. Undercover agents with FBI, right? Infiltrated black neighborhoods. The cops and whatever, black cops and whatever. All that was with master all the time, keeping us down, keeping us confused, keeping us divided. See? We are with you. Why are you attacking us? We're with you. We're going to fight with you. We're going to help you. You know, master, we're loyal to you. You have to attack us. We help you get them. We'll help you get there. Master don't care. Master, at this time, Master's desperate. He ain't take no chances. He ain't take no chances. So when they realize Master is not going to back off, he's going to continue attacking them. They can't plead for Master to accept them. That's when they're going to make their move. But in this particular time, American Britain is in dire straits. They're getting their ass kicked over in Europe, getting their ass kicked in the Orient. I mean, kicked. They're losing dramatically. Thousands of people every day. They're losing. The armies, and the Air Force is being decimated. See? And so China and India call death in Hades, take advantage. Now they emerge out of this situation as new superpowers. That's what we're talking about. The crowns will shift to the beast. The dragon had the crowns on his 7 heads. Now the crowns will shift to the 10 horns. So now they become the world powers because America is losing power. Plus, all the European countries are being broken. As a result, they're fighting against each other. So they didn't measure themselves by fighting each other. They're serving against each other. But China and India remain united. So now they emerge as superpowers. All this happened at the same time. See? Same time as the resurrection. See? So that every eye will see him. See, we see the original nation. I mean, well, you know, they got demons amongst them. Half of the blacks in America are demons. But you know, it says that, and half of the chaff that was sown amongst the wheat. Now it's harvest time; they all be brought together. See, so all come together at this point. But the Christian blacks, they hesitate, but they coming together. But they also call the 7 eyes. That's that every eye shall see him. Like stupid Farrakhan was saying, son, well, that means everybody on the planet gonna see him. Okay, whatever. So finally, Christian blacks see they don't have no hope with Massa. So they run to join with the rest of the blacks. Run to Suleiman to join. But we don't want them because we know who they are. They're demons. Like I said, it's probably 34 million blacks in America. Half of them are demons, half of them are original. Now, of those, 1/3 is the wheat. That's the NOI, the Levites, but they've been grafted into to the tribe of Shabazz. So there you have it. And Elijah, right? You have demons, but also the chaff. And Elijah's there. He's in his seat. Says he will return at that point in time, at the judgment. He's sitting in his seat again. Farrakhan's moved out the way, the lion demon. And now it's the judgment. The harvest time, where the wheat we separate from the chaff, and chaff we throw into the fire. That's the judgment. There's no judgment, brothers and sisters, whether you were smoking dope. No, you shouldn't have been doing that. But if you're a seed of Abraham and you're not just selling dope, if you are, you better quit it very fast. If you're hurting our people, if you're a parasite, you better cut it real fast, because that's what you found when that judgment comes. Right now, all your sins being imputed to the devils, made in America. But now that's over, because their time is over in 2019. So now, what you do now is on you. So you show up with a KV on your arm, you might as well cut your arm off. We don't want you. See? You're a viper, you're a preacher. If you survive that far, you can get there. A preacher or whatever, a preacher, a reverend, whatever. We don't want you. I'm not going into all particulars. All demons, that's the chaff, master seed. See, it says they'll be gathered. They say, don't hurt them. Preach both of them. To Elijah, preach both of them. Don't try to separate them. But at harvest time, we'll separate them, and we'll throw the chaff or the demons into the fire. That's the judgment. That takes place right here in America. We're still under fire, but now we're a great army, able to defend ourselves. See? But America's still at war, and it's still at war with the Africans. See? Because they're not going to unite with us. See? So they're actually fighting. You got a turmoil going in America, a civil war, a religious war. It's just being torn apart. See? But we're able to defend we're not participating in that. We're defending ourselves. See? And Master Muhammad, he's overhead. He's our Air Force. He's overhead, defending us. Make sure we manna from heaven. Make sure we have food and everything to eat. You have nothing to worry about, nothing to fear, unless you're not with him. And this is where we cast out the locusts, the demons, the chaff. Cast out. That's the judgment. Now they cast out. Replaced by the Shia, which is Master Muhammad's rod of iron. Now they cast out into the fire. This begins to start the locust plague. 5 months locust plague. But at this point, we're gone. The Shia didn't come here, so that means we're there. That's at the point where it says that's the time of tribulation. Where it says that's the time when Michael will come and deliver the elect, those who are in the Lamb's Book of Life. Where you leave 2 groups behind. Those who some to everlasting life, some to everlasting shame and torment. That's the chaff and the wheat. The chaff is left to everlasting shame and torment to be destroyed. But the nation of Islam, that's the silver, right? It will go through tribulation, right? But it wasn't delivered. It says 2 left behind, 1 everlasting life and 1 everlasting shame and torment. But the 1 everlasting life, that's the NOI that's been cleaned up by Suleiman, but left to go to tribulation. Read Mark. Once the nation of Islam was cleared up from the demons, when Suleiman was leaving, he told them they want to leave. He said, no, you can't leave. You have to stay here and minister. Who? Minister to all those blacks that's still left behind, because names were not in the Lamb's Book of Life, because you were supposed to be teaching them, because you're a priest tribe, and you're supposed to be bridging the gap between Elijah or Moses and Suleiman or Joshua, but you spent that 40-some years building mosques, building mansions and everything for Lion Farrakhan. So now you got to go out and rescue them. You got to start getting prepared. You got to go through tribulation. Read it carefully, brothers and sisters. So that'd be a five. That tribulation, we said, will last at least 5 months. That story of Samson. See, they positioned between America and Britain, two pillars, and he destroyed them and get themselves destroyed in the process. So a dream plague will last at least 5 months. That means tribulation will last at least 5 months. Then it says, that the demons were destroyed in that process. In their struggle with America, right, after 5 months, then they were destroyed. We're gone. Only blacks left in America now, right, are the demons, which are the chaff and the wheat. The demons get destroyed in that process, but the wheat are delivered. But they got to fight their way all the way to the West Coast through famine, war, raising up the rest of our black folks that were left behind, lost because of lack of knowledge. Because now China and India, right, the death in Hades are the goat from Daniel. They lined up on the West Coast in invasion status. They lined up, they're invading, they're embarking on the West Coast. See? But we're told in chapter 17, they're under the inspiration of Master Prophet Muhammad. They're doing his will. He's the one that guide them and instruct them to do this, to invade America. Not going into all the details, but read it. It says he's the one that inspired them to do it. Because that's why he would destroy America with his enemy. Not just with weather and everything, but he would send the enemies against them. And so that's what you see. China, it says, go become angry, full of wrath. Hit that ram, America and Britain with 2 horns, and stomp them into the ground, destroy them. And that's what's about to happen. See? That's also the flood, the sea, Red Sea, right? That Moses opened up so true Israel will go on dry land. That's partly what that means. In other words, at that point, Master Muhammad will have them allow the Nation of Islam and all those that they've cleaned up with them to pass through. And once they pass through, then you have China and India, death and Hades, close in and destroy Pharaoh's armies. See, it says they would make America desolate, the whore, eat her flesh and burn down with fire. It doesn't mean defeat her. She has no power anymore. Then it would eat her flesh, take everything of value, including their young, healthy people, right? It would take them into slavery and never come out of. Perpetual slavery. We had hope, they would have none. See, and then it would just burn the country down. Then there were those hiding in caves and all that kind of stuff. They can make sure America never rise again. That's what totally destroyed. Then comes the flood. See, that's the flood. So that's the flood that will wipe out all the earth, all the European countries. No more. As it tells you in chapter 20, then death and Hades will be destroyed also behind that. I'm not going to go into details there. There's another war that happened, all of that, and then they will be destroyed. And that will be New Jerusalem, new heavens, and new earth. See the moon, that's the new earth. Represents the Arabs, Sunnis that survived it, that clear up the act, right, and return, right, abandon that Sunnism, and accept Master Muhammad as their God, and Suleiman as their high priest. So there'll be a new earth. We move out of Arabia into Europe, Afghanistan, that region, north. See, in the Hindu land. See, that'd be the new Hindu tribe. See. Jerusalem will be occupied by the Shia, that area, Lebanon, that area. But Arabia in general, that will be our home. But Master Muhammad's seat would be in what is called Jerusalem, Holy City. That's the city of David. That's who he is. But Mecca, that would be the seat of the high priest. Because it said Suleiman was David's son, or spiritual son. See? But it was Suleiman that would rebuild a temple. But David was set on the throne at Jerusalem. So the high priest's throne would be in Mecca. But the king's or the God's throne would be in Jerusalem. Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. I gave you a very detailed timeline here. Okay, Mr. Farrakhan, put your cards on the table. You say you're master prophet. Let's hear from you. We're not talking about 10 years from now. These things, events going to happen when they kick off, they can happen very quickly. And most of them will be accomplished within a year. Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. Call to action, brothers and sisters. If this makes sense to you, the truth is clear. Truth's everywhere. All you got to do is turn on the light switch. Read Exodus. Just read Exodus. And you can't go wrong. You can't be deceived by Farrakhan. Just read it. First, God come, Master Muhammad, raised up Elijah Muhammad for about 40-some years. Then you have deceiving Aaron, 40-some years. Try to deceive people about the Abrahamic covenant. Have them turn towards the golden calf, which is Sunnism. And then you have Joshua or Suleiman, Joshua and Jesus, same name. Just one is in Greek and one is in Hebrew. They would come, they would be the ones that would lead you home to the promised land. If this makes sense to you, brothers and sisters, we appreciate you helping us, assisting us to wake up our people. Become a messenger of the covenant. We will teach you the angel. And be a beacon. Because when that war starts, the lights are going out in America. But our beacons are going to shine very bright. And they're going to be a guide to our people what to do and where to go. How to get prepared to get the hell out of here. So if you'd like to become a beacon, brothers and sisters, just contact us. Thank you. Salam alaikum.